What's up, Zingers? Welcome back to another episode of Futures Fever. I'm your host, Kevin Dubriske, and with me today we have the one and only David Green. But first, I want to cover a few slides of information of what is Apex Trader funding and how you, as an everyday trader, could profit with a prop firm and not risk your own capital. So let's get into it. So today's agenda, we're going to be covering some live market insights, and we might even catch some live trades with David Green during our stream. So make sure you guys are joining, and make sure you guys smash that like button. We have some giveaways as well. We're going to be giving away one free Apex Trader evaluation account, so make sure you guys stick around. That form will be in the comments shortly. So the benefits of Apex Trader funding provides traders with funded accounts, eliminating personal capital risk. So instead of having your own futures account being at $2,000 or $3,000 of your own capital, you could trade with an Apex account and buy it for much cheaper. An evaluation account being priced on sale at only $20, $30, $40, and then the funded fee of only $130 on top of that to get you funded and then be able to take profits from that. That is a huge benefit for us new traders that need that help. You earn up to 90% of profits and 100% of your first 20K, and you trade with peace of mind that you have zero personal liability. Again, if you blow an Apex evaluation account, they don't care. If you blow an Apex funded account, they don't care. You could start right over from square one. It's a 3-step process. You complete the evaluation account, you get on the funded account, and then you get your payouts. Now, payouts vary depending on the account size, and they do have some rules around them. The strictest rule they have is the 30% rule. Now, the 30% rule shouldn't be all that worrisome for you because as traders and getting funded, we want to be proving to Apex that we are consistent. So if we're consistently making 500, 1,000, or even on the lower end, $100, $200 a day, and we're consistently showing that, we don't have to worry about any of these 30% rules. The 30% rule applies to your total P&L when you go to request a payout. So if you're up $10,000 on an account, you can't have more than a $3,000 day. So if you had a $2,000 day here, a $2,000 day here, a few thousand and a few 500, that's okay. Just be aware of that rule and be aware of your total P&L when you go to take that payout. They are running a major sale right now, guys, at 90% off. Huge sale until April 24th. That is tomorrow. So you have today and tomorrow to grab some Apex accounts. Use discount code FFEVER for 90% off. It's also $50 resets. Now, this is important, guys, because let's say you get one of the higher accounts, like the 150 or 300K account right now for sale on only $90 because it's priced down to the 50K account. $30 because it's priced down to the 50K account. You could then reset it in a month when there is no sale and it's back to its full price. You could use your $50 reset. So it's important to grab them when they're on sale, even if you're not ready to trade yet, because then you at least could stack up on some resets in case you blow those accounts going forward. So win a free evaluation, guys. Enter by filling out the form below. That's going to be in the comments. Make sure you hit that like button. And last week's winner was Paul. Congratulations, Paul. So join us live every Wednesday for a chance to win at 11:30 a.m. Eastern on Benzinga for Futures Fever. Now let's break down some futures markets. Let's bring on David Green. David, so happy to have you with us.
Always a pleasure to be here, Kevin, and thank you for having me.
Always great having you. You got such great knowledge, such great experience, and during uncertainty and crazy market conditions like this, I feel like being able to pick your brain and view your insights on it, what a benefit and what a pleasure. So thank you.
Absolutely. This market has been absolutely insane, guys and girls. Just all over the place. Trumpsky finally came out yesterday, said we're going to get a deal with China. I believe that about as far as I could throw Mr. Trump. And I'm not being political. I'm just saying that take everything that's going on out there with a grain of salt, right? We had the big giant rally this morning. You guys can see my chart. And what happened to us early this morning is we had a previous week high on our charts, okay? One of the technicals that I use. And it was right around 54.97. We got 3 points above that this morning. That's it. 3 points above that, and we've done nothing but go down since then. So that was a nice setup for a short based on a longer term technical that we were looking at. And we've just been going down ever since. We had a couple of good trades. And for you guys who don't know, I'm a technical trader. I don't make trades unless my technicals tell me to make a trade. We use a bunch of different indicators. I use a 9 EMA, a 15, a 30, a 65, and a 200. When something's going down, I'm looking for support levels to bounce off. When something's going up, I'm looking for resistance levels to sell against. So you can see one of my strongest moving averages is my 65 EMA, and we went down 30 points to hit that at 11 o'clock this morning. Hit the exact 65 EMA, and we got a nice 10, 15 point trade off of that. We were just watching now, and my 200 EMA, for everybody who wants to know, is the strongest indicator that we have. Most of the time, the 200 EMA. And if you guys want to write them down, I use 9, 15, 30, 65, and 200. Okay, all exponential moving averages. So we watch this go down 70 points. And look at our 200 EMA right there, right? It was like 15, 15. I think we missed it by like a quarter of a point, and we went straight up 20 points. So this is one of our strongest indicators. 90% of the time when we hit this level, we are going to get a bounce off that level, a reversal off that level. Stop order on every single trade that we do, of course. In this market, if you're not using stop orders, you're going to get blown out of the water, okay?
Like
today, I'll tell everybody for today, we have been trading the micros because this market has been so volatile. And trust me when I tell you, you can still make a bunch of money trading the micros. You don't have to be in the ESs or the NQs to make money trading. It's just safer. We give our stops a little more room. Okay. Oh, you don't need to see that. We give our stops a little more room because of the market is so volatile. And just extremely patient, extremely disciplined, not pushing any buttons until our trade's set up. And it's been hard. This has probably been the best month we have had trading, I think, ever. It's been one of our best months ever. Just by being patient, being disciplined, and sticking to our technical analysis, having stops on every single trade that we do, taking profits right away. This is not the kind of market where you want to sit in something for 20 or 30 points because we're really not getting any trend trades that are setting up where it's just going in one direction for a long period of time. We're having these gigantic moves up and down that are coming out of nowhere, right? So just got to be patient, got to be disciplined. I want to talk about Apex for a couple minutes, guys and girls, okay? Just real quick.
David, we just got a question on Apex.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up. Somebody asked for the evaluation because of the 90% off sale. Will the rebill be 90% off too? So the rebill is going to be 80% off. So you do still get a discount on the rebill.
Beautiful, guys and girls. So, one of the things, and I've been concentrating on futures, not all that long, probably about a year now, maybe a little bit more than a year. I didn't know what the futures were, to be quite honest with you. A couple of people in my private trading room turned us on to it. It is spectacular because of the low barrier to entry, guys and girls. I mean, what is it now? Kept $16 to open up an account right now?
It's ridiculously cheap, especially with these 90% offs. The 25K accounts are, they're like $20 and change, 24 bucks.
So, I usually do the 50K accounts. Of course, with $16 to open it now, and like Kevin said, you're getting 80% off on the rebills anyway. Yep. So it has just opened up the world to people who couldn't afford, and Kevin mentioned this before, 25 grand to have a regular trading account. We're avoiding the pattern day trading rule, your interactive brokers, your Thinkorswims, all that. Even you need a couple of grand just to trade the futures if you're doing it with cash, right? You need a couple of grand to do that. So this has just opened up a world for everybody to really who wants to learn how to trade, to get involved for an unbelievably cheap price.
Yeah, absolutely.
That being said, we don't treat these things like candy, right? Just because I'm spending $16, if you buy 200 accounts, it's going to start to add up. So, we try to treat these things as they are real trading accounts, right? And we also mentioned there's rules. Everybody who does this has rules, right? And I think the biggest one Kevin mentioned is the 30% consistency rule. And what that simply means, guys and girls, is once you get into what do we call it here? Not the XFA, the paid account.
Oh, funded account, PAs.
Yeah, once you get into your PA, your funded account, it simply means that you can't make more than 30% of your total profits in any one day, or you will be denied a payout. It's that simple, right? And that's really the only rule that we really have to worry about. And I've been denied. I showed you guys a couple of weeks ago. I've been denied because I made too much in one day. When that happens is you just got to be consistent. And eventually you will get that so that it's not 30%, and then you can start taking money out. I have never had a problem taking money out of Apex when I follow the rules. Okay, they pay. You know, there's people up there. Oh, I don't know how to pay. You get paid, guys and girls, if you're following the rules. So a couple of people asking how to open the account, Rick. Let's walk them through that, Kev.
Yeah, for sure. I'm going to share my screen for a moment. So we'll pop that up here. So guys, you're going to head over to apextraderfunding.com. There should be a link in the description of the video. And you're going to come down. You're going to pick which account you want, which plan you want. Now, they give you 3 options. They just opened up Wealth Charts, which is a new charting platform similar to TradingView and sort of a combination of TradingView and TradeOvate, because they let you copy accounts right there on Wealth Charts. They also have the Rhythmic plan. Now, usually people don't go for the Rhythmic plan because it does tend to have a lot more technical issues on Rhythmic side. So people tend to go with the TradeOvate plan. What's great with TradeOvate is you're able to link it right to your TradingView account and access and set your trades right here on TradingView. Now, somebody asked, where's the data? How much do you have to pay for the data? When you log in and create an account on Apex, they give you the data. The data is included with your account. So you're going to log in, you're going to purchase an account, and then on your home screen, it's going to give you TradeOvate or whichever platform you have login credentials. So it'll give you a username that'll probably be Apex _ followed by a bunch of numbers, and then it's going to give you a random password, and that's going to be your broker login. All right, awesome. Any other questions on TradeOvate? Guys, please let me know. I'm going to bring up David's awesome chart, see if we have any trade setups coming. And guys, don't forget, I'm so sorry. Fill out the form. I'm going to post the form in the comments below for a chance to win a free Apex Trader evaluation account.
Beautiful. Love it. So let me guys show you what the platform looks like once you open it up. Kev, let's see. Can you see my platform up there?
We're playing screen tag. There we go. Perfect.
Okay. So this is what your platform's going to look like. I'm trading on TradeOvate. Okay. This is your DOM. This is where I put my orders in if I want to buy or sell something. And I pick my spots where I want to put my orders in. So let's say I'm looking right now, okay, based on my technicals. And my 200 EMA is down at that 54, we'll call it 15. I want to buy at 54.15. Very simple. I just go to 54.15 and there's my order. Sits out there at 54.15. It won't get executed until it gets down to that level. Once it gets executed, it's going to start showing me my P&L and my position on every tick that it makes from there. So it is very simple to navigate the TradeOvate. It's not difficult at all. You can set your stop orders, which I highly suggest you do. Okay. So let's say I'm an ES stop. Then I go here, and this is mega important, guys. So we set our stop orders by ticks. Okay. So if I want to risk 5 points on this, I would risk 20 ticks. And my stop would automatically go in. So let's do this. Okay. Save. Now let me put that order back out there again at 54.15. Okay, and boom, check this out. So my order's in at 54.15 and my stop is automatically in at 54.10. So I do this on every single trade that I do. So it takes it out of my hands. If it goes down 5 points, I get stopped out of the trade. And you can set your stops wherever you want to, based on what you're trading, the amount of shares that you're trading, whatever it is. So it's a very simple platform to negotiate. Trying to see what we did today. Again, not a great trading day, but I made $382 today, only trading the MESs, very small. My other PA, let's see where that is. I don't know where that is. Let's see.
You can't say 300 over 300 is not a good day when you're trading micros, especially in this volatility.
Right, exactly. This is another PA that I just started today, $871 in that one. So you do not have to have a lot of volume to be trading. Again, start out with the MESs, start out very slow, okay? Do you manage the account or we do it ourselves? We manage our accounts ourselves, guys and girls.
Yep, it's your own futures account. So
Yeah,
instead of opening your own account for, let's say, Tradeovate, which requires at least $2,000 of margin to trade one ES contract, you're getting an Apex, a prop firm account, and you're trading with their potential capital if you're funded.
correct.
But you're taking the trades, you're taking the stop losses. That is all up to you. So make sure you're following your system.
Yeah, and as far as support's concerned, spectacular, guys and girls. If you have questions about anything, you get in touch with support. They get back to you immediately. Okay, so really, the only rule, well, you have to have some kind of technical analysis that you're looking at. Maybe you don't. I don't know. If you don't, you kind of. I made $2,000 today with Tesla. Very good, Tariq. Love
Nice.
it. I want everyone to make money. I don't care what system you're using. I don't care if you're trading stocks. I don't care if you're trading futures. We want everybody to make money. So I want to show you guys a little swing trade that's set up because we do swing trading too. Okay. Can't do it in the futures. You got to get out of things. Futures we trade, 23 hours a day, and then we're closed on Friday and Saturday until Sunday night at 6:00.
Yes, sir.
So basically 23 hours a day, guys, which is why we like trading futures. Also, if you have a full-time job, you bop in during the night. Sometimes things set up, sometimes they don't, but you can trade futures. They close, I think, from 4:15 until 6:00. Then they open up again, and you can start trading. And then we'll close Friday night from 4:15 until Sunday at 6 p.m. Okay, so available to everybody all the time. I see we're getting a couple of questions. Let's see. If you
Michelle
don't
asks-
pass in one day, how long will they give you to pass? Forever. Okay, you don't have to rush with these things. You can pass in one day, right? There's a way you can do that very easily. I'm not going to talk about it in here, but you can pass in one day. However, you don't have to. It can take you.
That's right. It's
the only thing is you have 30 days to pass, or you're going to have to re-up. That's the only thing. So once you have, if you get close to your 30 days, you got to kind of do something to try to just either pass it or you re-up again, right? So, but you could take $100 a day for 30 days, $200 a day for 15 days, make a little one day, lose a little the next day. So there is no hurry. A lot of people under that misconception that, oh, I got to be in a rush to do this. Absolutely not. You do not have to be in a rush to do this. You take your time. You go nice and slow. You go at your own pace. Figure out a system that works for you, and that's what you do.
Yep.
Tariff news technicals. Jay, I was talking about that with my private trading room this morning. Okay, and that's why this market has been so difficult to trade. I mean, we got stopped out on 2 trades today. It happens because news came out and it went right through one of our technical levels. 2 of them. Okay, we had 5 good trades, but we've had 2 bad trades. That's going to happen. Anyone who tells you don't have losing trades is full of crap. Okay, you're going to have losing trades. So it's just a matter of being patient and disciplined. So I'll show you my chart right now. Okay, the first time we came down to our 200 EMA, it worked for a beautiful trade. The second time it came down, we are not going to make that trade again. So if something hits one of our technicals the first time, we'll make the trade. If it hits the second time, I'm not going to make that trade. So it was around 15. We broke through that and went down 8 points. So now we're kind of just sitting here. My technicals are telling me now, if we go sideways here a little bit and break down through here, it's going to be a better short. One of the other things that I love to use is my pivot points. And this is all technicals, guys. Anyone who signs up for a course or gets with us, we teach you how to do all this stuff. It's very, very simple. Takes a while to learn. Nothing is easy. It takes time. So my next real spot of support would be all the way down here at 53.78, which is down 30 points from here. Wow. So, yeah, I mean, that's my next real technical support level. And we don't trade anything in between our levels. I'll sit here and be patient. If anything, I might look to short this now because we're consolidating down here. And because I have all that room to go lower, this could be a potential short right now. So we're keeping an eye on it.
David, do you use the VIX at all?
I did. Well, I trade the VIX.
Okay. Hopefully you're loading up on some puts.
Well, I can tell everybody this. Okay. And let's look at a.
Oh, and you look at the VXX. I usually look at the VIX.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Same difference.
They move the same exact way.
All right.
So when I see something like this, and guys, for the people who don't know, and I know we don't have a ton of time left. The VIX is the fear index. When the market goes down, this goes up, right? But it never stays up because markets always go up over time, period. So, like you were just mentioning, Kevin, when I see things where I have 3 or 4 days in a row up and I get to an 80 RSI on a daily chart, ding, 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 my antennas go up. And that's when I will buy puts in something like this because it just doesn't stay up that long. Even if the market does nothing, this erodes. Okay. So that's why I love shorting this whenever we get these big, gigantic moves down in the market and this goes up. I always look to short this when it sets up for one of our technicals, which it exactly did. Got over an 80 RSI, had 3 days in a row up, really stretched out from our closest moving average. And that's when we jumped in and bought some puts. So I was looking at it and it got to 90. I'd buy some like 80 puts, maybe 70 puts, 75 puts. If you hung out for 1 day when we got there, right? This is 1 day later. The stock went from 98 to 68. So keep your eyes on that. Okay. So I would only do it with options, guys, because the stock can keep going up forever. So I'd only do it in options. Same thing happened in gold. Okay. Check out gold. And guys, we can trade gold, right? We can trade gold futures.
We could trade gold
Absolutely.
futures.
Check this out.
Oil futures.
Yes. Same exact trade. Check this out. We had 1 day up, 2 days up, 3 days up, almost got to an 80 RSI. This is where we shorted some gold. Okay. And I did it with a stock. I used IAC. It's the gold. It's one of the ETFs for gold. But same exact thing. We got extremely overbought. And look, right now we're pulling back to our first trend line. Maybe it's time to get long a little gold here. I'd like to see it come back to my second trend line where I would definitely be interested in buying it. So this was the stock we used. Okay. And I'm just putting it up for just to show. Same thing. Same exact chart. We were short at 65 and 66, and we covered everything between like 64 and 63 and 62. And now it's sitting right on a little trend line here. So, I mean, my overall advice to everybody in these markets, especially if you have a little experience in your trading, going to be very easy to blow accounts, and it's a little harder to make money. I'm just telling you that right now. You got to be really patient. You got to be really disciplined. You got to stick to your technicals. You got to have a stop order on every single trade that you do. You're going to have losing trades, right? And to me, how you handle the losing trades is the most important thing. That's just the bottom line. That's what keeps us in business. And I know with the accounts now that we're on sale for $16 and $33, it's easy to just say, let me open up 10 more. It's only going to cost me $130, right? Which is fine, but you'll keep doing that and doing it and doing it and doing it until you have some kind of plan and actually learn how to trade, right? Can we trade soybeans, wheat, live cattle, and hogs? That's a good question.
I believe so.
I think you can too if we know what the symbols are.
Yeah.
I know we can trade wheat. Hey, anyone in the trading room know what the symbol for wheat is? Or soybeans or cattle or hogs? I'll get you guys a couple. What I wanted to say, what is LE? Let's take a look. Lean hogs? Yeah, I got that. Live cattle futures. There you
nice.
Go. LE. So we can probably trade it.
Somebody also asked, what about options? So guys, options, you cannot trade options on a Apex account because it's just futures. It's futures prop firm. Somebody also asked, could you trade the VXX with Apex? Again, no, you cannot. You can only trade futures. ZW, ZS, yeah, you could trade. I believe you could trade those. I think you can't trade grains on Apex though. We're gonna have to take a look. We will have to see. Let me see. I'll look into that right now and let you guys know.
Guys and girls, I have my hands full trading the ES. That's what my focus is. Although oil set up for a really, and I know we can trade oil because I did it today.
Oil is so nice today, man.
Oil set up for a couple of beautiful trades today.
Yeah.
We got down here. We got below a 20 RSI for a buy. We got up to our trend trade right here, rejected off the trend, and just has been spectacular. So yeah, we trade oil, gold, and the future, and the ESs and the NQs. That's our focus here.
You can trade wheat and those other commodities as well.
Thank you, guys.
On Apex. Yes, sir. You got it.
Oh, beautiful. I want to say one thing before we get out of here, okay? For anyone who is joining us here today, Kevin, if you don't mind putting up WSGTA.com. And the reason I want you guys to come and join us tonight is our monthly free webinar. We do it once a month. Okay. We have 1,100 people registered tonight to come into our webinar. It is me. It is Peter Tuchman. We're going to spend a couple of hours with everybody. We're going to go into detail about psychology and rules and very future centric. Okay. Very future centric. So all you got to do is go to our website and register, wsgta.com. Doesn't cost anything. 8 p.m. tonight, wsgta.com, Kev.
What is it?
wsgta.com.
My apologies, ladies.
Wall Street Global Trading Academy.
There we go.
Oh, there you go. Doesn't cost a dime, guys and girls. We're going to hang out for at least a couple of hours. Like I said, we have 1,100 people in there. We're going to concentrate on futures, answer any questions that you guys have about anything, talk some psychology, which is more important than anything else that we're talking about right now, quite frankly. The easier part of trading is reading these charts. That is by far the easier part. Kevin and anyone who's been doing this a long time will tell you that the hardest part is what's in between our ears. That's what holds us back. And traders all make the same mistakes when they're making them. All.
Yep, absolutely. Guys, make sure you hit that like button. Join us next week as well. Hopefully we do have Peter for next week too. Get some insights, see what he thinks about the market. Guys, I want to know your opinion. Let me know in the comments. What's going on with the whole tariff news? Are we going to make a deal with China anytime soon? Are markets going to remain below these lows and stay range bound? But we have to remember, with these uncertainty, we're getting extra volatility. With extra volatility, we need wider stop losses, which requires us to knock it down from minis to micros.
I'm with you 100%. The answer to your question is only God knows. And I don't think he knows. Okay?
I don't even think he knows.
No, nobody knows. Everybody in the last few weeks has been so negative and bearish that we would do for some kind of technical bounce. We're not going to get really moving in the right direction until we get some definite tariffs that are being done. They just keep going back and forth with this stuff. It's just, we're not getting a big giant rally, guys and girls. Get used to this. It's probably going to be going on for the next 4 years. I'll leave you guys with that.
Oh, don't leave us with that.
Just be very patient. Be very disciplined. Okay. Come tonight. Come hang out with us for a couple of hours. Yeah, and like Kevin said, trade smaller, widen stops, less risk. That's all. Trade small, widen stops, less risk. And it's okay, guys and girls, if you're really not feeling it, not to trade.
That's
it's okay
right.
too.
Cash
Tomorrow is another day. I'm doing this for 40 years, guys and girls. The only thing I've ever done. I barely got out of high school. I didn't go to college. The only thing I know how to do is trade, right? And these have been the most difficult markets since January 1st, when he was elected, that I've seen in my 40 years of trading. Period. So when you're hearing that coming from me, it has not been easy out there. It's been good. Volatility's been great, but you got to do it the right way, and you got to handle things the right way.
Yep.
Yeah, Michelle, it just takes time, man. It takes time. Tonight is 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Just go to that website. You're going to see one button to register, guys and girls. One button. Tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't beat yourself up, the people who are struggling with this. That's why Apex is so freaking spectacular. $13, guys. $16, whatever it is. $16 to open up an account, okay?
Yep.
Go in there, practice, trade the MESs. Then you learn some kind of trading system, right? Learn it from us, learn it from someone else, whatever it is. But you'll get there. You'll get there. Just don't be kind to yourselves when you're first starting to do this. That's the bottom line. 100%.
Be kind to yourself, and you got to learn before you earn.
That's 100% right. Yes. Yes. The waiting is the hardest part, as Tom Petty used to say.
Yeah. Yep. Very true. All right, David, thank you so much for being here today. Really look forward to having you on next week as well. And I'll probably poke in 8 o'clock tonight and see your webinar. That's awesome.
More than welcome. More than welcome. Let me know when you're there. Maybe we can talk about Apex a little bit.
Yeah, there we go.
I will talk about Apex.
All right, guys. Thank you all for joining in. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button and join us next week. Same time, same place. Hit that like button. I'll see you guys next time.
Thank you, Kevin.